Welcome to our WonderFest World Stream series. I'm your host, Arlene. This is Let's Make Good Productions. And we have artistic director behind the scenes, Kat Leonard. She's here with us. We are going to celebrate National Indigenous Peoples Day. And before we start, I'm just going to make the acknowledgement. The City of Toronto acknowledges that we are on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, Métis peoples. The city also acknowledges that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit and the Williams Treaties signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands. The City of Toronto has been acknowledging the traditional territory since March 2014 due to the conversations with Indigenous leaders, including the Aboriginal Advisory Committee as part of the 2018 Toronto for All campaign. The language of the City of Toronto has evolved. So again, today is National Indigenous Peoples Day. And to celebrate, I actually want to share a song I wrote recently. Kat brought to my attention an incredible documentary called The Past System. And it's about when, it happened in Canada. And it's about the time when the government made the Indigenous people carry a piece of paper. And just the sight of it, they required this pass in order to leave the reserves. And there was a part in the documentary, and I highly recommend this to watch it and to just know about our history, is the amount of times they had to unfold it. I know it's just, but just that action, or just even seeing the folds in that piece of paper, was just like, it resonated with me. So I'm going to share a song that was inspired by the documentary and all the things that are happening. Made me really think. So this is called I'll Never Know. I'll never know what you went through. You obeyed obediently, but I know you refuse to be silenced and buried beneath all of the news. I'll never know what you went through. I'll never know how they slept at night, knowing they caged another who breathed the same rights. Oh, don't they see we all bleed and cry? I'll never know how they sleep tight. I'll never know how you lived undercover, folded paper in hand, afraid to get discovered. I'll never fit in your shoes, I'll never feel your abuse. I'll never know how you continue to live through. Oh, how can I help you move on? And how have you been made to be strong? Teach us your songs till your God's all around. May your voice and your drums be the only sound. when they keep your hand on you just because they can. They took away your freedom, they took away your land. I'll never know the privilege of a white man. I hope that you dive into our history and learn about the caste system. It's very eye-opening. So thank you for listening, and it's streaming on TBC Gem. And yeah, so if you want to continue the conversation, if you want to, you know, help us celebrate today's National Indigenous Peoples Day, please do. All right, so I would like to invite our artist for today. We have Danny Lwin. He's performing from Mississauga. Hey, man.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Really excited to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited that you're here too. Well, I'll let you take it away with your first two songs.
Okay, awesome. I have a few songs prepared today. This first one's called "When I Think of You," and yeah, it's about finding it hard to go back to the places where you fell in love with someone. Oh, I don't think that I want to revisit all those places we have been, but no, it's inevitable. I can't avoid them. I just have to bear with it. And all these times I try my best to keep my mind off everything. I realize I can't protest the thoughts of you that sink right in, and I end up thinking all about love when I think of you. Yeah, when I think of you. And I miss how close we were, but right now I'll just let it go. Yeah, when I think of you, oh, when I think of you. Oh, why do you have to be in all the scenery which I used to love? Oh, right, it's because of me. I showed you every tree under which we fell in love, and all these times I tried to rest my wandering mind from just thinking of all those miles we shared at nights in the quiet, just us whispering. I end up thinking all about love when I think of you. Yeah, when I think of you. And I miss how close we were, but right now I'll just let it go. Yeah, when I think of you, or when I think of you. The notes and letters that I've saved are ending up in their own graves that I dug up to rest this chapter, hoping for a better after. But for one last time, I'll read this line where you said, I'm so glad you're mine. And I end up thinking all about love when I think of you. Yeah, when I think of you. And I miss how close we were, but right now I'll just let it go. Yeah, when I think of you. when I think of you. Cool. Next one's called Gone Like Sleep. It's one I wrote a while back. It's where I was going through insomnia, I guess, after a heartbreak, and just like how, yeah, I couldn't see the person I wanted to be with again. This is what the song's about. I lie down, I lie awake. I lie to myself that I don't see your face. I turn around, I turn away. I turn to nothing but a toneless serenade. And as I bear the night, I bear myself of any means of remedy. In my eyes, I miss light. I've missed my last chance to bring you back to me. Oh, you're gone like sleep. You've become a dream that I miss when I'm awake. I try to rest, I try my best to overcome this emptiness. I count stars, I count sheep, I count nothing more than broken self-esteem. To bring heart, to bring peace, to bring myself back up on my feet. And as I close my eyes, I close into being next to you again. Reopen eyes, ooh, it's clear why does this night seem like it's never gonna end? Oh, you're gone like sleep. You've become a dream that I miss when I'm awake. I try to rest, I try my best to overcome this emptiness. I try to sleep, I just can't sleep. You're gone like sleep. Try to sleep, I just can't sleep. You're gone like sleep. Oh, you're gone like sleep. You're gone like sleep. You're gone like sleep. I lie down, I lie awake. I lie to myself that I don't see your face. Yeah. Thank you.
That was so beautiful.
Thank you very much.
But you can sleep now, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Arlene. That's really nice to sing those songs.
Yeah, it's we're very active in the Mississauga community, and always seeing each other performing and stuff. So it's like it's nice to see you here on my computer screen.
At least we get to hang out this way, right?
That's true. Are you finding during this time that you're connecting with more people, but not in the same room? Because I find that I'm like that right now.
I find that too. It's really cool where it's actually interesting in a sense where some friends, like old friends I haven't, you know, talked to in a while, it's like now it gave me time to reflect on some of my past friendships and people that, used to be so much more involved in my life, and gave me an opportunity to just reach back out to them and, connect with them, and it's been cool that way. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
interesting.
And now that things have lifted, have you been seeing friends?
A little bit more. Yeah, I'm taking my time, just trying to get used to trying to get used to seeing people in person again.
Yeah, it's so strange, right? Like it's been how many months now? Like 3 months.
Man, it's yeah, three
Um,
months. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
but but I guess like, a new habit, you can learn a new habit in 21 days. So it's for me when I see people not physically distancing,
It's weird.
yeah, but in the beginning it was weird
It was weird.
too. Like yeah.
So yeah, that's so cool, right? In the beginning, it's just like, oh my gosh, why are people so far apart? And now it's like, oh my gosh,
Why?
why are people so close?
Right, I know. It's such a strange time. A friend of mine was saying that in the UK, there was a bar that had hats that had pool noodles
Oh,
on it that they wore so that they wouldn't be near each other.
yeah, that's pretty jokes.
But I feel like now that things are lifted, a lot of people are going back to, before COVID.
Yeah.
Um, how do you feel about that? Like, it's like they forget that there's a pandemic almost.
I mean, it's all about remembering that there are consequences to your actions. So you need to be considerate of what you do. I feel like, if as long as you don't like always just randomly run into a group of people, I feel like whatever people do, whatever decision they decide to make, understand their consequences. Make sure you make the safest decision for yourself and the people you love, and that's all I'm gonna.
That's a great lesson. I almost feel like we should feel that way all the time, like even
Yes,
before.
right? Yeah.
That's great advice just in general, I
Yeah.
think. Like but it doesn't mean like you have to like it's nice to be in the moment and all that stuff, but that's like a little bit of a lesson from Danny Lynn. Um, have you been writing? Have you been doing something completely different during this time that you
I've
haven't been doing?
I've been what have I been doing? I've been playing a lot of video games actually, just because I feel like that's the best. I got really, because music was my thing, right? Like hanging out with my friends, playing with everyone. That was
Sure,
my
yeah.
social thing. Now that it's harder to do, and I feel like it's I the connection between performing on the shows, like it's really nice, but it's different. So I find like I've been going back to like my other favorite thing, which is video games. And with video games, that's sort of the way I was actually making new friends actually, and connecting with old friends again, because we can just play something nice and casual, and it's just an excuse to hang out online and do something fun together. So
Oh, that's true.
yeah,
And what's your top video game right now?
I play a
I
lot
don't.
of League of Legends. It is. It's interesting. It's a lot of fun. It's a game you love and hate at the same time. It's yeah, but it's it is what it is. It's just really
um,
intense.
there's a game that a lot of people are playing right now where they build their own. I sound so old saying this, but like they build their own like environment.
Do you mean
Um,
Minecraft, Auntie Arlene? I'm just kidding.
no, not mine. I know Minecraft, but no.
What
Thanks.
environment? Are you saying?
Like they build their own world. There's like
Hmm.
I forgot what it's called, but anyway, it's not Minecraft, and
Okay.
I know what Minecraft is.
Okay.
I'm not that old.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Um, so, um, is there something that you've learned about yourself during this time?
Um, I not really learned something new, but I just reinforced the fact that I guess I'm okay with just hanging out by myself usually. Like I love people, but I also don't shy. I mean, I'm also okay with like a lot of just personal time. Yeah, it gives me a lot of time to just reflect.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, it's just
Uh,
like, oh, this is pretty cool. I'm okay. It's okay.
Um, and do you know who the first person you're gonna hug is when we're allowed to hug everybody?
Good question. I feel like just whoever, whoever is there at the
Whoever's there,
moment.
you're just
Yeah, just
gonna
like, hey,
oh,
I missed
physical
you.
contact.
Yeah.
Awesome. So where else could we find your music other than on Instagram? And I think we have
I have the YouTube and the Instagram. Oh,
yes.
you know what? I had such big plans. I was supposed to have 2 songs out by now on Spotify, but this situation makes it a little complicated, which is fine.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a little delayed. I don't know when it's happening. Probably later in the year now, but just I'll let you know. Eventually, there'll be a Spotify on Danny Lwin, and 2 original songs will be put out there,
Yes.
and yeah, finally,
Cool.
yeah. So eventually, I'm getting there.
Awesome. Well, what song are you gonna take us away with?
Um, this last song is called Rain Rain. This is actually going to be the first release on Spotify too when I finally put that together. And yeah, it's I saw Paige in the audience, so Paige, thank you so much for joining, and this is a shout out to all my fans and friends that love this song. Yeah.
Awesome. Take it away.
Thank you. One sec. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day, and take this pain with you. I'm trying to be okay, but you just keep on bothering me. I want to live without you. Your presence is so addicting. You draw me with your smell, your intentions conflicting. Love with you is hard to tell, and I'm lost in your mystery. Sometimes you want my soul, but tonight in our history, you just freeze me with your cold. You drench me, weigh me down, and let me turn into a memory that I can't let go. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day, and take this pain with you. I'm trying to be okay, you just keep on bothering me. I want to live without you. Your voice is so contradicting. I thought I missed it so, but now it's just so restricting. I can't feel my senses flow, and I thought I was thirsty, needing something I could drink. But I learned on the first sip that I still need time to think. You drench me, weigh me down, and let me turn into a memory I can't let go. And rain, rain, go away, come again another day, and take this pain with you. I'm trying to be okay, but you just keep on bothering me. I want to live without rain, rain, go away, come again another day. I'm trying to be okay, but you just keep on bothering me. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day, and take this pain with you. I'm trying to be okay, but you just keep on bothering me. I want to live without you.
Woo! That's such a
Thank you
great
so much,
tune.
Arlene. Thank you.
My pleasure. Paige is loving that song too.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Paige. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on our WonderFest World Stream series.
Welcome. Thank you so much for having me, Arlene. I love doing these, so it's always a blessing.
Awesome. Well, I'll definitely get you back on board in a couple months or something.
Yes, I'll be so happy.
Awesome. Okay, have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Awesome. That was Danny Lynn. Make sure you guys on Instagram, Facebook, and all that fun stuff. And make sure that you follow him so that you can know when his Spotify singles are coming. And I just wanted to bring your attention back to what today is. It is National Indigenous Peoples Day. And Kat is here with us, and I just want to bring her up. Could just be your voice or your face. We love you, Kat.
Hi, I love you too.
Yes, awesome. So, so I briefly chatted about this documentary you shared with me called The Past System, and learned that it was a way to keep the Indigenous in the reserves, and it was illegal.
That's true.
Which is,
yeah. I mean, I don't want to put any spoilers out there, but I think everyone should know what the actual history of our country involved. But in fact, there are documents within Indian Affairs and the government saying and admitting that this is illegal, and they can't be stopped. It's not upholdable in courts whatsoever. And they wanted to keep that information away from the Indigenous community so that they would still buy into this system. And so I really, I encourage everyone to, get their own education. I think that we were absolutely robbed of truth in our history around the world and in Canada. And I'm doing catch up. I'm going to be a lifelong learner, and it's absolutely worth knowing. It's valuable for everyone to know about this. So, I don't want to take away with all the points that I've been learning, because I think everybody should go to original resources and find out and look at multiple sources as well. But yeah, it's just to really see that everything was done on purpose for capitalism and for the betterment of a few over a lot. And they needed cheap labor. They needed free labor. So that's, where you get into slavery as well, and that type of thing, and the oppression of others so that a few can do better has been kind of the theme of humanity, I think, from day one. It's hard to know, but we have to know it in order to dismantle it. And its power, right? And it's power for all of us, because none of us are free if all of us aren't free.
Yeah.
So this is just, the past system is just one of the tools in one area that was used to oppress others for the financial gain,
right,
and the gain of power for another few. So
yeah. So with that said, and I'm going to echo, just learning about what had happened, it gives us a chance to understand it, and also a chance for us to help change it. So we hope that you are empowered today to learn, because I'm also forever learning along with Kat, and being a positive change to our future. So
yeah.
We hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and better your lives and better the world around us.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for being on, and have a great Sunday.
Yes.
And bye.
Bye.
Happy Indigenous Day.